Hi, I'm Mosmi Ambassador, and today we are going to talk about the 8 kinds of fabric losses your garment factory faces every day. 70% of the garment cost is just fabric, so why don't we focus on reducing it? In a garment factory, there are 8 kinds of fabric losses that are seen on the cutting room floor, and in this video we are going to discuss all of them. They are end loss, fabric joint loss, edge loss, end bit and remnant loss, splicing overlap loss, ticket length loss, stick ring loss, and cutting edge loss. So now let's understand these waste one by one. The first one, end loss, is the most popular waste and everyone understands it. So when you spread a lay on the floor, you leave 2 to 4 centimeters on both edges of the lay. That is mainly done to ease the cutting process so that there are no mistakes and all patterns are cut properly. Now, there's one way is to have automated cutting, which can minimize your end losses. But if you have manual cutting, you should focus on making the cut plan such that your number of plies is minimum and therefore your end loss is also less. The second loss we are going to talk about is fabric joint loss. Sometimes fabric manufacturers join 2 smaller fabric rolls to make a big fabric roll. They stitch them together. This is essentially done for various technical requirements like dyeing, etc. and sometimes to make all the rolls being supplied by them of the same length. While spreading, if this comes in between, you can't do much about it. You have to cut it and throw it away. This is an unavoidable loss that we have to bear. The third waste we are going to talk about is edge loss. So when you buy fabric, say of 51 inches width, you will make markers at 50 inches. That 1 inch will actually go waste. This is done to avoid selvage on both sides of the fabric so it doesn't come in your patterns. The problem becomes much bigger when you have varying widths of fabric, which normally happens. So when you buy fabric, you will get fabric in 51 to 56 inches, but you have to make markers at 50 inches. This is a huge loss. It's somewhere in the range of 1% to 2%, which clearly goes down the drain. The next loss we talk about is splicing overlap loss. When a roll ends in the middle of a layer, another roll is taken to complete the ply from the same shade and shrinkage. This technique is called splicing or overlap technique. It's a very good technique if you use it with proper settings. A 10 to 15 centimeter overlap is advisable, but normally factories do not follow the procedure and go ahead with overlaps of 1 meter or more, which is highly wasteful. To use this technique properly, you should make proper markers with splice points marked, and this can benefit you hugely. The next loss we are going to talk about is end loss or remnant loss. After laying, every fabric roll leaves small amount of bits of pieces of fabric. These pieces are called remnants or end loss, and factories do try to use them as best possible. The best way to do is to have a roll allocation system which will minimize creation of these end bits. We should number and label these end bits so that they can be used in a remnant plan at the end of the order. This is the major contributor in the wastages in the cutting room floor. The next loss we need to talk about is ticket length loss or vendor's loss. It normally comes due to shortages and excesses in fabric rolls. When a vendor supplies a roll with a ticket length of say 100 meters or 100 yards, you often find that the actual length is either less or more. This contributes to ticket length loss. Good vendors normally supply a little extra fabric to compensate for the damages within the rolls. What you need to do is measure every roll if possible, follow proper vendor tracking matrices, and use vendors who constantly supply you the right length of rolls. The 7th loss we talk about is stickering loss. When the sticker is placed on top of a pattern, sometimes the glue leaves a mark. To avoid this, a small piece of fabric is left at the edge of the pattern on which the sticker can be placed. This loss can be minimized by the marker maker. This small piece should always be cut from the wastages within the marker. The eighth loss and the last loss in our video is cutting edge loss. While laying the fabric, the edge of the fabric should be cut as per specification of end loss, say 1 cm or 2 cm beyond the marker. But people do not use proper machinery, or due to skewing of fabric, many times large amount of fabric is wasted on both edges. We would always suggest to use proper cutting machinery to control these wastages. Today we talked about 8 types of fabric losses normally faced in the cutting room floor of a garment factory. Do check out the next video where we will be talking about techniques on how to control these fabric losses.